Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games. And today we're going to be doing issue 67 of our continuing series of Hashtag Collections Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer. Now this issue comes with 5 Stormcast Vanquishers, which are pretty cool little models, but before we have a look at them, we'll have a look at the actual issue and the lore itself. Now this one again focuses on the realm of life, or the realm of Giran, and it goes through different aspects of it. So again, you can see here the predominant enemy would normally be Nurgle, because he would be very interested in the realm of life, and you have here the Sylvaneth defending them off. Unfortunately, as the factions of the realm of life began to separate and argue amongst themselves, Alariel took less interest in them, and because they were essentially abandoned by their goddess, they were forced to fight on their own, and Nurgle took a great root in the realm of life. However, with the return of Sigmar, the goddess Alariel had been reborn, and the inhabitants of the realm started to turn the tide against the forces of chaos. So the job is not quite done, and the threat of chaos is always present, but with Sigmar's return there was a renewed sense of energy for Alariel and the forces of the realm of life. You have here the actual details on the Vanquishers themselves. So they're pretty cool minis in the sense that they have great swords and no shields or hammers. So you have kind of backgrounds, traits, different things like that, and you have the how to build guide. So I'm just going to zoom out here. So again, they're not especially hard figures to put together, but they're not push fit anymore, so ensure that you're using good kind of glue and have good glue control when putting them together. You have the paint guide, which again goes into nice little bits of detail because you have a nice collection of paints here at this stage, and you have the war scrolls for the Vanquishers themselves. You have a war scroll tutorial on lightning strikes and how the musician is used, and you have the Flame and Fury Flaming Forest, which is a battle plan. Again, you can combine all the factions and to use a fresh battle plan for what is called the Flaming Forest. Now, the minis themselves, quite frankly, are excellent. I really enjoyed painting these. We'll start with the Standard Bearer, which of course I thought is a pretty cool one because he's rushing forward with the Standard Bearer. So he's not standing upright with it, or it's not kind of slouching off to the side as they gaze over the hills. This guy is charging, or not charging, but about to charge into battle with it, or at the very least he is moving forward, and he has a great sword in one hand. Now, it's not quite as large as the others because he still has to carry a standard, but nevertheless, if you got to twack off this thing, you'd feel it. A really cool little Standard Bearer. We have here the Section Leader, which again is pretty cool. Now, the swords again have lovely detail on them in the sense that you can kind of put a wash or a blue wash in there if you wanted to kind of doll it up a little bit more. But what makes these figures easier, I think, to paint than the normal Stormcast Eternals is that they have no shields. So the fact that they have no shields mean they're actually a little bit faster to paint because it's essentially just a weapon. They're also pretty cool. I don't know why, but I just really like the idea of the Stormcast Eternals charging into battle with huge great swords. Now you have here, of course, the rallying call from the musician, and of course they've done a great job in the design, the model work, as usual from Games Workshop, is of a superb standard, so it really looks like that this person is blowing the bugle. And you have here, and I love the idea of these two lads just being brothers going into battle, but again, lovely poses from these fellas, that you can have one fella with the sword up high, I suppose, getting ready into the kind of the basic defense mode where you drop the sword and anything that comes along to annoy you. And we have one fella here who's doing essentially a lunge with the sword. Again, really cool minis, and because you're not painting a shield with them, are actually faster than normal to paint. So that is the Vanquishers, which you get in this issue of Stormbringer magazine. A really cool little issue, and I think if it's a faction that you like, definitely one worth buying twice if you want to field twice the amount of units. I haven't used these forces yet. We're playing Sigmar, the last Tuesday of every month, myself and my colleagues, and I haven't had a chance to field these guys, but I'm very much looking forward to doing so. So just fresh warning for you lads, I'll be bringing some new fellas, heavy hitters in for our next game. So until next time, this is Sean from The Lucky Roll. If you enjoyed these videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And until next time, this is Sean signing off.